Well, welcome everybody to RWB Racing's World GT Cup 2020, race number 2 at Monza, this time in the Group 3 cars. Last week was a Group 4 cars. So we are out here for the next go-around. And, oh, it's going to be a fun race. Let me walk you through the starting grid real quick like. So uh, the timing on the race is or the qualifying happens based on the previous fastest lap time of the drivers from the previous race. So this would be that. RR Spec 1, who was a reserve driver, is now full time. So he will take second position there to start the race. I do believe they're just about getting ready to start out there. I don't know. I think we're waiting on one more driver to get sorted out there. So and please, by all means, like and subscribe. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know when and what we can make better for you guys. And let's go see if there's anybody out on the track right now practicing. It looks like we do have a couple of drivers out there, so we'll go ahead and get on there and take a little look-see here. Oh, I can hear the cars. Where are the cars? There's the cars. All right, fantastic. So, we're gonna go ahead. This is J-Rod out there in the Ferrari. Let you guys listen to the cars for a little bit until we see how this race is gonna get started. And once again, if you want to join in some great league racing, RWB Racing, who's hosting this event, you can check us out on Facebook or our website, rwbracing.com. The links to all of our stuff there at the bottom of the screen. Like and subscribe so that you can get alerts when we're streaming. Also, if you so inclined to and want to race with us, you can apply to our league on our Facebook group page and come race with us. We spend more of our time in league races than doing any daily races, so it's nice and clean, good solid racing guys. So, shout out to RWB Venom and RWB Igorski, who are our sponsors for this race. They are the ones who kind of put it together. Venom is kind of like the brains. I'm guessing that Igorski's the brawn, but they have to duke it out and see who's which. So anyway, got some pretty solid names out here. Several of these drivers also race in other races like ESGT, SFR, and so on. T64 Turbo in his Porsche. He's going to be definitely the one to watch. He'll be up near the front of the race, and if he's not, he'll get there in short order. He's starting there, so that's a good sign. Sinister Shacks, and that looks like it's the DB9. Yep, DBR9. J-Rod's going to be running in the Ferrari. Let's see, Early Mac from Rockefeller Racing. He's driving the BMW M6. Kind of like that livery. It's just got some clean lines to it and whatnot. I like it. Another RR guy, Spec 1 in the AMG. Kwaime's out on the track. He is a recent addition to the RWB Racing crew. He's going to be out there having a good time in his NSX. He's clean. That's the best description I can give you of this guy. He always tries to race clean and respectful. I really like that about that guy. Spider Team is driving in the 650S. So last week in his Group 4 cars, he's driving a BMW. So it looks like he was picking the mid-engine for Monza. So we'll see how that works out. Not really a good track for the mid-engine cars, from what I understand. But we'll see how it goes. Venom's in the Aston Martin, just sitting in the pits chilling, probably trying to get everything together. Nagorski in the Porsche, also helping to get things together. We got Depth Scythe out here from BDRT, Black Dragon Racing Team, in the 458. Magic Man, another Rockefeller guy, one of the few Corvettes that we have out here. And there's Winkle in the other one. And it looks like the last person we got waiting here is Cupcake, and he's going to be in his Lexus. He's chosen Lexus for both events, his Group 3 and Group 4. So looks like everybody's kind of out there running around. I'm not sure what we're waiting on here. So we'll see. There's a Mustang out there. Who's driving that Mustang? Nate Jonas. Okay. So he's out there driving his Mustang. Checking out his tires, seeing how they handle. Clean looking. Alright, so now we wait. Ooh, save it, save it! Wow, nice save. So, Monza. It's a fun track. I figured I'd let you guys listen to some car noises for a little bit. This is a really long track. The front engine rear wheel drive cars are probably going to have a little better time getting around this track than the mid engine ones because of the long straights. Don't ask me how I know that. I just listen to what I'm told. So, anyway, we got a lot of people driving around here, getting their drive on. Let's see, where is that? Where's that Corvette? That yellow one? Where you is? There's Magic Man. Okay. Oh, I had to catch him right when he was spinning. Sorry, man. Oh, we got the 1 minute marker here, so it looks like we'll be starting here any minute now. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick little test of all of my gear, make sure all of my stuff is working the way it's supposed to work. Perfect. All right. Now that wasn't supposed to happen. There we go. Ah, okay. Some interesting little driving. What's the word I'm looking for? Racecraft. That's the word I'm looking for. Normally, you know, the medium tires aren't going to be as sticky as the softer compound tires, so you're not going to get through the corners as well. But some people like be able to get a little slidey in the cars, and they feel like they have more control in a slide than they do right on the edge of sliding. I guess maybe it's the ability for them to know what the car is going to do rather than react when the car does something unexpected. So we'll see how that goes. Looks like they're going to start any minute now. We've got, I'm not sure how many people are actually in the lobby at the moment, but we will see when it all gets started. So just a little bit about the race before they get started. So they only get one pit stop, and it's going to be between minute 48 to minute 42. It's the only time that they can be able to take fuel and tires. They go in anytime they want and fix the damage, because this is on heavy damage. So if they get damage to their car, they're going to carry it the entire way unless they go and fix it. So keep that in mind. There are penalties for aggressive driving. I don't expect to see any of that out of this crew, guys. So, but there are penalties for ignoring the pit window. And in this particular race, unlike last week, if you fuel or get tires, it's a 1 minute penalty. Obviously, if you get both, it's a 2 minute penalty. on your time. So they're going to be real careful about how they make this work. They have to run 2 compounds of tires. So they're going to be running 1 compound on the medium, or 1 stint on the mediums, and then switch to softs and vice versa. So looks like we're going to start here in about 10 seconds, guys. Woo! Excited. Race number 2, World GT. Remember, folks, like and subscribe to RWB Racing so you can know when these races are happening and come watch them. See, we got a few people on Facebook Live watching right now. I can't be on YouTube at the same time, so apologize for that. But here we go. Leading the pack's going to be Turbo with Spec 1 hot on his heels just to his right, with Death Scythe and J-Rod right behind them. So let's see how she goes. Waiting for the lights. And 3. There's light. Go, go, go! Get her down, guys! Good luck. Oh, someone looks like they stalled maybe on the... like, keys aren't working. Sorry, folks. It looks like so far it's clean through the corner. Oop, little touchy-feely there. And we got 1 car off the track. Spider Team got a little wide, but doesn't look like it involved anybody else. Nate Jonas is getting a little slidey there. Looks like he's having a hard time with that car. I don't know if it's controller or he's having input issues. Alright, well, let's go see what's up front. So Spec 1 gets out in front, and Turbo is got these Ferraris all over his case. J-Rod up in 3rd. He's right there. Now this coming up after this turn, they got that long straight they could run down. We're going to get some real momentum on these tracks. We're going to see how these Ferraris hold up to these FR cars. Oops, there we go. So it looks like they're holding their ground pretty good. So far everything looks okay. Spec 1 is holding up his lead nicely there. Everyone is making it through the chicane, it looks like. Winkle, there he is. I was wondering if we were going to see him today. Everyone's kind of getting around. Alright, so turn 1, this is where it's going to get interesting. Or not turn 1, the last turn. Comes Venom across the line. City Distraction, Winkle side by side, drag racing it out. And it looks like Winkle is gonna fall in line there. This is for 8th place. Through the corners, looks like everybody's getting through these pretty decently. Oh, Shaq's a little off. Oh, Winkle's gonna be able to. He should be able to pull him on the straight here. So we'll see how that works out for him. Got to go around the long way. Oh, easy, son. Stay on the track. He's right to the edge. He's going to have him to this corner since he'll have the inside line. Does he make it stick? He doesn't. He stays in. All right. Let's go check up what's going up front. So Spec is kind of checking out a little bit. Turbo's got Magic Man on him. It looks like somewhere along the line I missed somewhere where J-Rod got passed up. But can't catch it all. There's only one of me, and I don't have a camera guy. Death Scythe. Now he had that Ferrari up in P2 for the better part of the race in the Group 4 car. So we'll see what he can do with this Group 3 Ferrari. There is Cupcake cruising around, getting the job done in his Lexus. Incidentally, for those of you that might want to know, RWB Cupcake clinched his Super Formula Series Championship after last night's race, and will be the 2020 Mytel Super Formula Champion in RWB Super Formula Series. So, congratulations there, man. Nice job. All right, Turbo is just. He's chilling. He's kind of opened up a little bit on Magic Man, so maybe he's just getting that tires warmed up. Now that we're on lap 3, see what he can do with that. He's running on those medium tires. Both of the top 2 are. Magic Man as well in P3, running on the mediums, as well as Depth Sight in 4th. J-Rod in 5th, also on the mediums. And let's see, Cupcake also on the mediums. Oh, he is all over J-Rod. I think he's trying to make a move here. Oh, he sneaks in, but J-Rod's got the inside. It's a drag race. Here's the view. Venom is just saying, you guys go ahead. You duke that out. I'll catch up. You guys will slow down and let me tuck right up in there and wait for the... Oh, that's the... Oh, Cupcake saves it. But look at Venom. He's got a run on J-Rod. He's got the draft off of Cupcake. He might be able to side draft him. He's going to beat him to this corner. Look at that. Nice move. Oh, and he holds back. Lets J-Rod kind of slide up. Ooh, J-Rod, careful. All right, J-Rod in the slipstream of Venom. These guys have to save these tires and make the fuel last all the way. All right, J-Rod tries to look inside. He's not quite going to get there. All right, he's going to just stay right behind Venom there. Try to stay in the slipstream to save that fuel. This guy right here in our last race, he made his tires last. They looked brand new for the better part of the entire stint. So yeah, that's looking pretty good. So we'll see how he does there in this race. Oh, Venom gets a little sideways. Just gets a little bit on the gas, and that's all she wrote. All right, let's see. Let's go see here. We got a Gorski just coming out of the chicane. Spider Team and Early Mac in 9 and 10. Sinister Shacks in 11th. Winkle up in 12th. He did have to start from the rear since I don't think he actually... Well, I don't know if he qualified. Maybe because he missed the first race, he had to start from the back. So we'll see if he can make any of that time up. Kwame in the only Acura, or NSX, whatever, Honda. I always think of them as the same. The only one of those out in the field today. So that'll be interesting. Where's that Mustang? There he is. Nate Jonas in the black and silver Mustang. All right, so let's see. Back up front, we still got the leaders up here pretty close together. There's not a lot of distance in between them. They all seem to be doing pretty decent as far as tire wear is concerned. I mean, this track doesn't have a ton of corners, so you know I expect the tire wear to not be too big of an issue. So Turbo's set the fastest lap thus far in the race, a 1:48.6. That is pretty fast. All right, Magic Man in the Corvette in P3, just 2 8/10 behind the leader, so he's not far off. He's still got, you know, an hour and 22 minutes worth of racing, so got plenty of time to get everything caught up. BDRT Death Sight is cruising along. He's built about a 3-second gap back to Cupcake, who has obviously gotten around J-Rod, and I missed that little battle, so I apologize for that. Like Winkle has made a move and gotten up to 11th. He's gotten around Sinister Shacks. So it looks looks like it's just going to be a whole lot of who doesn't go off the track and can be consistent in the lap times. You're coming across the line. Spec 1 is going to pull just a couple hundredths off his last lap. Turbo just set another fastest lap, finishing up that lap. 148, 577. And just about a tenth behind him or so is Magic Man. So 3 very professional, very talented drivers up front have a gigantic gap to P4. P4 though he's got 5 and 6 with Cupcake and J-Rod in tow, only about between 2 and 5 seconds between them. So certainly isn't going to sit there and rest easy. Let's go on board. Oh, my stuff is broken. Sorry folks, hang on one second. Let me just jump back in there, get the cameras working. There we go. I'm going to take a look at what it looks like to be in the car with turbo. Watch how this guy steers the car. Nice and smooth into the corners. It's not jolty. He just puts the steering angle in the car. Nice and smooth. Off he goes. Corvette is pretty far back behind, about 2.5 seconds. So into the final corner, braking at the 50 to 75, and tug that little corner in the apex, swing out wide, carry all that speed. Now he's just out of the slipstream of Spec, but not by much. So a little late braking, you could probably drag him in and get a hold of that. Let's see if we have any battles going on track here. Let's see. This side's kind of alone. Everyone's kind of spread out. Now it looks like Gorski is he's about the closest battle we have on the track at the moment. I think. Yeah, that's... Oh! What happened there? Let's go back and take a look. Something happened with Spider Team there. Got nobody behind him. Oh, it gets a little late on the brakes and slides through. And it reset him right in the corner. Holy crap, that was about as unsafe of a... Okay. That is not something that you would typically want to have happen in a race. Well, that brings Early Mac right up to Spider Team, and of course, our Early Mac's got to try to make a move here. Let's ride on board with Early Mac as he tries to reel in Spider Team. Ooh, a little late on the brakes. He's got nobody behind him, so he's looking pretty clean there. Everyone is pretty spread out. These guys are not, though. So Venom just makes them move. Let's go back and watch that. So Venom coming up here, braking right about. Okay, and he goes. Looks like that Mustang is having some real challenges, and looks like Kwame just left. Yeah, that Mustang's just getting a little too sideways there. So it looks like we lost one of our drivers, so hopefully that is not a thing that will keep happening. So we're down to 13 drivers. Oh wait, look at this! Dude, I must have missed something. Let's see if we can catch that. We see Turbo up front ahead. Oh, he's already there, yep. So that's not going to help. But Turbo is taking the lead. I told you it wouldn't take him long. Sorry I missed that one, folks. But Spec is not one of those guys that's going to give up either. Maybe he, got a little loose on a corner somewhere and it gave Turbo what he needed. see if he can reel Turbo in. Turbo's not the type of driver to make very many mistakes. And when he does, he recovers pretty quickly. But Spec, he's no slouch either. So I don't expect to see the last of him up near the front of the pack. I love the sound of these Group 3 cars. Get that turn in. That Porsche's got such a great turn in. Oh, there we go. He closed up the gap a little bit, so Turbo doesn't seem to be pulling too much, actually. It looks like Spec is going to actually draw him in. He's got the slipstream. So this is, like I said, this is not the last you'll see of this guy. Into the sharp left and right-hander. Just tight, nice and tight. Looks like that little Corvette's hanging around back there. He's not making much of a move. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Uh-oh. Turbo picked up a penalty, so he's going to bleed that off. And that's out of the way. So now, look who's here. Magic Man in the slipstream. He has an opportunity to reel in Turbo. Let's go check out a couple more of our drivers out here. Looks like Cupcake is all over Death Sight for 4th place. Got nobody behind him, so let's see if Cupcake can make something happen here. Oh, look at that slipstream. Is he going to make the move or is he going to wait? Yep, he's going for it. Inside. Oh, look at that. Deathsight just slams the door on him, says, no, sir. And Cupcake thinks better of it, just tucks in behind him. Got plenty of time. This is the nice long straight. He should be able to get plenty of momentum here. Just finished his best lap. Oh, and there he goes. Deathsight's going to defend. He's going to hold that inside line. Now, Cupcake can get just around him. Nope. He's going to hold off. Oh, so close. Get going, Lexus. Go, Cupcake, go. Let's see. Let's drive inside. Let's watch this action. They're going to break it around the 100 board. And tuck that apex. There you go. Just get it straight as possible. Oh, look at that. Look at that. This side gets a little bit loose. Cupcake's staying right there with him. Not a lot of opportunities to pass people through these few corners. Unless they make a pretty significant mistake. But these long straights are where you can get them. Get that good drive out of the corner. So let's see. He's definitely closing on him. A tenth every few seconds. So he's definitely staying in his slipstream on the brakes. Now, this is the section that matters. If Cupcake can keep the speed up coming out of this corner, just like that. Look at that. He's got all the room to make the move. Let's watch this from here. He's going to tuck in. Now, Deathsight's going to hold that inside line. That's his defense. That's all he's got to work with at the moment. Putting a little pressure on him, keeping him outside. Oh, he's got a little sideways. Cupcake's holding it in there. Oh, man. These two, crossover, is it going to work? Might tuck right back in there to get that slipstream back. Oh, man, these two are battling for it. Deathsight's going back to defend again. Cupcake to the outside. Oh, Deathsight goes way too fast. He must have forgotten all about the braking zone. He's going to have to drive through. Oh, and P4 is all done. Now, we missed because I was watching that battle. Turbo got passed by Magic Man, but it doesn't look like Turbo is gonna let that stand. Let's watch this. Oh, he's all over that Corvette, all over him. Let's see if he makes the move here. That Corvette's gonna have a really good amount of. Oh, there he goes. There he goes to the inside. Can he get there? He doesn't get there. All right, he's got to make a move. He's going to go left or right. Going around him. Come on. Here comes the corner. Here comes the corner. Oh, he thinks better of it. Ooh, look at that. Yoza. Look at that driving. That's awesome. Sometimes it's just more fun to watch these guys race than to actually be in their races, to be honest. All right, let's see. Magic Man's going to have to defend, and he doesn't. And Turbo goes inside and makes it stick. So back to P2 Turbo goes. That Porsche and its brakes. Woo! All right, let's go see what else we got going around. Looks like the Ferraris are kind of solo on the track. So is that DB9. If you wonder why I keep forgetting to say DBR9, I've been working with telecommunications since the 90s, and DB9 is the connector I use like every day of my life, so I can't remember to put that R in there, so I apologize. I'm not saying it wrong because I don't know what I'm talking about. It's just inbred into me, so... Oh, inbred, that's not the right word to use, but you get my drift. All right, Spider Team in his little black Ferrari. Nagorski in the other Porsche. Winkle. Looks like everybody is pretty well spread out through the course. So let's go back to P2. Oh, and looks like Turbo's got a penalty. And he's going to probably bleed that off right about there. That was smart. Bleeds it off in the braking zone. Just brakes a little earlier, and a little more. So Magic Man draws in. He's now in the slipstream. He should be able to get that Corvette right up to his bumper. And Turbo does not defend. And he just takes him through. That was nice driving, boys. Nice driving indeed. I have a feeling these two are going to be battling it out for the bulk of this race. Well, let's give some love to our first place guy. I'll just run through, let you listen to the cars and check out their liveries, and I'll keep my mouth shut. All right, so while we were gone and looking at pretty cars, turbos, swap spots, again with Magic Man. I assume this is going to be a pattern that we're going to see throughout the race, so we'll see how that goes. Alright. Just gonna look through any of the social media stuff we got going on these streams while you can enjoy watching this beautiful livery on this Porsche as it tries to dig out a second spot from Magic Man. Let's watch from the inside of the car because that's fun. So, somebody said they couldn't hear me, so I'm going to just do a quick check, and I'll be right back. Oh, looks like we're all good. Look at this. Look at this. In he goes. Is he going to... Oh! Ooh! What happened there? Let's watch that one again. What happened here? They were just going and just Magic Man brakes way earlier than expected, but yep, Turbo just says I'm gonna give you back that spot for sure. So that's how we do at RWB. I assume that's how they do it at Rockefeller and BDRT and everybody else. At least I sure hope so. So he's got some damage to the front of his car. Magic Man's got damage to the right rear, and his aero is a little messed up. So they can decide to go in and fix it or just run with it. Now, the aero on this track, it's not going to be as much of an issue for them because on the front, because there's not a whole lot of corners that you can't manage, and Turbo can pretty much manage. He can manage anything with those cars. He did that. In the last race. He was driving around with damage on the front of his car for a while, so he can manage it. Now, Magic Man's got a little bit of trouble with his right rear. Now, luckily, it's not the front where it's affecting your steering, but this will affect his turning and his acceleration coming out of corners. So we'll see if he can keep it together. All right, let's roam around this field here and see what we see. So Cupcake's out there, comfortable gap between him and Death Sight. So he doesn't have much to worry about there at the moment. We're not quite halfway through the race yet, so still got about another 10 or 12 minutes to the middle of the race. And so he should be doing just fine. They're all going to be doing fine on fuel by the looks of things, so we'll see how that plays out. Death Sight looking good. Those tires, though, are starting to show on these cars with these high-speed turns, and corners, it really puts a strain on those tires. Now this Aston Martin's looking pretty clean, very smooth. The tires all look pretty evenly worn, so doing all right. Let's see, Spider Team, he's riding on the soft tires, so his are going to show a little bit more wear at this point in the race, which is to be expected. Winkle's moved all the way up to 9th now. He's climbed all the way up from, I think he was in 12th or 13th when he started, so he's just digging in and got to make the moves, make them count. Early Mac, he's still looking good on fuel and tires, so I don't think he's got much to worry about either. And Gorski. There's the other Aston Martin. Oh, he's got some front end and right front damage, and he's about to be overtaken by P2. So this will be interesting. Let's watch this as these two drivers have to maneuver around this lap traffic and see how they make things work out here. Now they're definitely not making quick work of him, but he is getting shown the blue flag, so he knows the leaders are. That's going to be. Oh, that could have been devastating for Turbo. Whoops. Holy crap, that was insane. Let's go back and watch it. Look how close Turbo gets when he comes back on the track, and he just taps him. Oh, that was. Oh. And that's what you got to worry about when you're dealing with lap traffic, is stuff like that can happen with you. Oh, it looks like he goes around back there. That was Sinister Shack's just got a little side. His car is all over the place. He better go and hit. He needs to fix that car. I hope he knows. Yeah, he's got to go in there. Yeah, you're gonna have to fix that car. Now you better not get any fuel and tires, or that's gonna be a penalty. Nope, just fixing the car. There's no fuel, no tires, and off he goes. All right, precisely how that's supposed to get done. All right, let's see. And these two, and now Magic Man is now on the other side of Turbo. I don't know how many times I can say that tonight. I think we'll just have to assume that these two are going to trade spots every lap or two. Now, what's interesting is these top few guys, probably the top 6 or 7 guys, they're used to racing around each other in various leagues. We've got the two Rockefeller guys, and Turbo's races around these guys in SFR and other leagues. So these guys are all used to racing around each other. Cupcake and Death Scythe and J-Rod all race around each other all the time. So none of these drivers are just sitting around going, who's that guy? They know who they're racing around, and that's how you know you can get some of these really close passes and turns and everything else, because they're used to each other, and that's a good thing, that's for sure. Let's see if we can find anything. So it looks like Cupcake has overtaken Shax, and it looks like Death Sight might be next in line. Now, Shax has got his car fixed, so he should be able to drive a little bit better. J-Rod just cruising. His tires still looking pretty good. I definitely don't think this is going to be a race that you have to worry about the fuel. I mean, they will have to take fuel on board to get through the end of the race, is my guess. Some of them will take just enough. So they're probably all right about now thinking, well, I've got about 10 minutes or less to my pit stop, and they're thinking, all right, I'm doing minute 50 laps, I got this much fuel, this is how much I've used. They're trying to do all those calculations in their head on top of driving a race car. So just driving around the track is it's a lot harder than just driving the car and turning left and right for all these drivers. All right, let's go up here to see what P2 looks like. So Magic Man's still out in front of Turbo. Still has that rear end damage. Turbo has front end damage. So he's got front and right side, or front and left side damage, and Magic Man's got right and rear damage. So they've got opposite damage of each other, mirrored anyway. So we'll see how that affects the cars as they're driving. I think the acceleration out of the corners is going to affect Magic Man somewhat because of that. The traction and Turbo is going to be affected in the corners. So that'll be an interesting predicament. They've only got to make it through a few more laps, and then they can get that all fixed. Cupcakes comes across the line, finished lap 20. I was on lap 21. So it looks like these guys are all going to get about 21 laps out of a half a tank of fuel. And we're not quite halfway, so definitely going to be pulling fuel in for these guys. So this is for P2. Spec is basically checked out. He's got about 14, almost 15 seconds on these two. And these two battling as much as they are is just giving Spec exactly what he needs. Let's give Spec what he needs and give him a little love. Just putting on a master showing here. He's definitely used up more fuel than the rest of these drivers, but he's also got a 14-second gap, so that fuel difference won't affect him too much when he goes in the pits. He will lose more time fueling, but he's got quite a buffer, 15 seconds. Turbo, is he going inside? He is. Magic Man defending. No, yes, no, he's not. So they're just going to make it through. Magic Man gets a little squirrely, so does Turbo. I do see some... Let me see if I can find... I see this battle happening on track. I'm just going to skip through the cars and find it. There we go. So it looks like Spider Team's got Winkle coming up to him. So Corvette versus Ferrari. Looks like I'm looking at the leaderboard, so Magic Man's still out front. So if I try to keep an eye on that so we can watch the overtakes as they happen up there. Possibly the most eventful thing going on. Oh, a 3-second penalty. Yeah, cut that first corner going into the chicane, but be able to sort that out. Curves. I love that corner. That's one of my favorite corners on this track. Is that I mean you're coming full speed down the track at that corner, and then you're just on the brakes, just wham wham, and then on the gas again. That's a fun corner. Over the curve. There we go. All right. In the slipstream now, he should be able to reel Spider Team in. There he goes. Half a second. And now 4/10. Ooh, Now, Spider Team's on those soft tires, so he does have a little bit more through the corners, perhaps, than the medium tires that Winkle's running on. So we'll just keep an eye on these guys and see if he can make the move. Meanwhile, let's see here. Let's take a look at our series promoter in his DBR9. There, I said it, for those of you who think I didn't know. So, thanks for the series, man. It's awesome. Alright, so looks like we're going to be heading into some pit stops potentially. So I'm going to run through the order real quick where we're at. So P1, we've got Spec 1 from Rockefeller. And Rockefeller's in P2 with the Magic Man. Alright, Magic Man, nice to have you around. P3 is Turbo in his Porsche. P4 is Cupcake from RWB. P5 we got Death Scythe from, well, where'd he go? Oh, okay, hold on. Nope, stop that. Next. Let's figure out just what just happened there. Oh, Death Scythe gets all around, spins everywhere. J-Rod, and he gets a little sideways. So the two of them just make a big mess of themselves in that corner. But J-Rod comes out the better from it. All right. Well, that's a big change. That brings J-Rod up to 5th place. All right. So, way to go, J-Rod. Nice job. So that's in 5th place. I don't see any pits happening yet, so we'll see what happens here. And now they might pit because of damage. So let's see if J-Rod's going to stay out here. He's got front. Nope, he's going to stay out. Venom has got 6th spot, but Death Scythe is right there on his case. Take a look at some of the other drivers. So there's Spider Team in his 650S. Winkle's up to P9 now. We have our first pit stop happening. Looks like Early Mac is heading to the pits. And he got soft tires and a full tank of gas. So that might have been a mistake because he doesn't need a full tank of gas. That could hurt him. So let's see. Spec 1 is in the pits. Filling up on fuel. Turbo should probably be coming in right after him. So here they go. Turbo into the pits there. He's going to get his tires and stuff done. Magic Man also into the pits to get his tires and fuel. So let's see who comes out first. We should also see Cupcake coming into the pits, and there he goes. Cupcake in for some tire. Looks like Turbo made it out ahead of Magic Man. We'll go check this gap out here. So Turbo got about 5 seconds on him. That was pretty fast. Magic Man filled a tank all the way up. Turbo did not, and that's where he made the gap. And that is going to help him. I think these drivers are thinking, I need a full tank of gas, but they only used just about a half for the first half of the race. So they didn't need a full tank. They needed a little over a half. So Turbo gave himself a little buffer, and that was smart. Let's see, what did Spec do? He took mostly a full tank. Let's see, let's go through the rest of these. Cupcake also did just over the half. J-Rod also just over the half. So a lot of these guys are definitely... Venom filled it all the way up. So that's precious time you lose in the pits. I mean, I forget what it is. I think it's 7 liters a second or something like that. I don't remember what the math is, but Death Scythe also filled all the way up. Now, it's also possible that these guys filled all the way up because they wanted the heavier car. Maybe they like the way it feels. But Winkle is all the way up to 8th spot now. He's only a second and a half behind Deathsight. And that's because he didn't fill all the way up. He's got exactly half a tank of fuel right now, and he used only about a half a tank of fuel to get here. So I think he's feeling pretty confident that that fuel strategy is going to work out for him. Spider Team got the necessary amount of fuel and has switched his tires. So now all of the top drivers are on their softs. Oh, again, Sinister. Watch out. Oh. Whew, that is close. Alright, so 20-second gap Spec has. I mean, he is just telling everybody this is how you race cars. So, way to go, man. Yeah, let's see what it's like to drive this car from his point of view. Incidentally, I am really excited for Gran Turismo 7 to come out. If all of the news that I heard is right and they're going to allow lobby racing with VR, that's going to be a game changer. Because these cars are so much fun to drive in VR. Those of you who have done it know exactly what I'm talking about. So we'll see how that goes. All right, Turboski, he's got a huge gap, 6 seconds on Magic Man, and that's because Magic Man filled all the way up with gas. He's going to be slower, and he lost all that time in the pit, so he doesn't have the slipstream to keep him there. So it'll be really interesting to see if Magic Man can make anything happen. My guess is, by looking at the lap times, that he's probably not going to catch Turbo unless Turbo makes a mistake. So we'll see what happens there. Cupcake all the way up to 4th. Look at that. He is flying. He's doing really great. He was running pretty consistent 150s on the medium tires, so it'll be interesting to see what he does on the soft tires. Magic Man was running 150s on the medium as well, so it'll be interesting if Cupcake can make anything happen. He's got 20 laps, roughly, of racing to do. Actually, more like 23 laps of racing to do. And he's going, what was this last? That was a 149 and a 148. So Magic's pulling about a second on him. So I don't know unless, Cupcake can get that car to go a little faster, if he's going to be able to catch up to Magic Man. So we'll see how that works out. But don't count this boy out. He can race a car. J-Rod. Hello, sir. Nice to see your car out there. The number 23 Ferrari. And Venom. Now, Venom's got lap traffic in front of him and the other Aston Martin. Let's watch as he does a little driving there. Let's see. We don't have anybody else battling on the track that I can see. Actually, I take that back. Where is this? Oh, look at that. Early Mac and a Gorski. Gorski is closing in. He's got about 4/10 down into the 3/10 area. Right here, it can make or break a car, so just roll through. Left and left. Right and left. It's right there. Keep on the gas. Don't lose that slipstream. Nice full speed through the corner. Don't you dare lift it, son. Don't you dare lift it. Alright. Defending move, yes or no? That's a no. And Dvorsky feels better about just waiting for another opportunity. Be patient, young Padawan. It will open up for you. Just keep the pressure on. See if you can get the driver to make a mistake. It's a lot of what racing is. Alright, definitely in the slipstream. Only a 3/10. He should be able to catch him by the end of the straight. Here it comes. Now, Mac is not making it easy on him. Ooh, that was slowing down a lot right there. Get that speed coming out of the corner. Oh, easy. goes. Closing it all the way up. Is he going in? Nope, he's going to wait. See, some of these drivers are really great at just putting the pressure on the driver in front and making it look like you're going to dive in. See if you can, you know, juke the car a little bit and get that other driver to make a mistake. All right, defending on the inside. They're coming up to the corner. Oh, look at that. Oh! Didn't quite catch the camera angle on there. Sorry about that, guys. But he was able to hold off that corner and defend it. So that was pretty nice. Of course, he's not done yet. Now we've got a whole pack of cars right here, just one after another. So there's Shax. And then we've got Venom, who's right there with him. And he's got J-Rod not far behind with Death Sight and Winkle in tow. So there's some serious stuff going on here. All right, whoa, J-Rod just let them all by. Well, he does have a little damage, but I wonder if he knows something we don't. His car may not be handling right, and he didn't want to overdo it. I think he's going to pit and fix his car. Oh, what a shame. All right, well, meanwhile, Winkle is making a move. And he makes the move, but is there a little crossover action? Yes or no? Winkle up into 6th place. He has gained almost 6 positions. Oh, that's not going to help. Okay, now Winkle's got to do it all over again. That's all right. We'll get it done. So Venom now has got to make a move around this lapped car in the other Aston Martin. And he needs to do it quick because he doesn't need Death Sight catching up to him. Oh, and that was so close. Ooh, that could have spelled doom. Well, I mean, it spelled doom for him, but you know what I mean. So, that was unfortunate, Shax. I'm sure let's see if he's still driving. Here comes his car. So he didn't die, but the whole front of his car is a mess. So he is going to have to put that thing into the pits and get that stuff repaired, or his car is just not going to work. Now he doesn't have engine damage, so that's thankful. So he can still keep up speed, but my guess is he'll head up into the pits here at the front of his car fixed. So let's check this out and see if he does that. He's staying to the right, so it looks like that's what he's going to do. No. He changes his mind. Well, okay then. So, once again, out in front, Spec, who is now catching lap traffic in Igorski. So he's looking at, what is that, 11th? Yep, so he's looking at putting down 11th and 10th. Who are right in front of him. You know, these guys are sweating bullets right now, going, ah, crap, what's he doing there? He's running 147s and 148s. I mean, he's just doing so well. All right, let's watch him as he takes a little effort to put these cars behind him. He's got about a 19-second gap over second place, so he doesn't have to rush by these guys and get himself all screwed up. He can wait for the openings, take them when he needs them, so that he doesn't have to wreck or slide off the track, because that would be devastating. It looks like he's about to make a move right here. Oh, he thinks better. This will be his spot right here. So Gorski will provide push the air out of the way. And off he goes. I can't get my camera to work right. Alright, making the move. There he goes. That's one down. So now only the top, I think it's the top 10 drivers are on the lead lap. This will complete lap 31 for him, and lap 30 for most of the bottom half of the field. It looks. I just noticed that we lost the Mustang too. I just realized I haven't seen that guy. Interesting. All right, well, Turbo coming across the line to complete lap 32 for himself. Magic Man as well, about 8 seconds back, so he's lost a couple seconds to Turbo since the pit stop. So Turbo's definitely gaining. And Cupcake is now 18 seconds back, so I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe he got a little sideways or something, but he was only about 8 seconds back, so he must have had an incident. Sorry about that. But he's got a 30-second gap to 5th place, so if he could just hold what he has here, he's got a guaranteed 4th spot in the race, so not bad. In this field of drivers, it's hard to be near the top, so congrats. Death Scythe now, he's got some cars behind him that are not messing around. Let's take a look here. We've got Winkle is now about to overtake Venom. Does Venom block? Nope. Winkle just slows down. Says, I'll get you somewhere else. So this is 5, 6, and 7. So this is a 3-way battle for 5th currently. This is really the only battle we have going on the track at the moment. Somebody's in the pits? Somebody in the pits? Or they just came out, so... Just nice and smooth, you guys. Oh, look at that drive off there. Oh, he's just gonna push him. He's like, let's get him. Just a little bit of a bump draft. On the brakes. Left and right and left. Oh, look at that drive. All right. He's got the gas. Oh. Venom's making that car like 15 feet wide. Like, I don't know if I want to go left or right of him. On the gas. Who gets the better drive out of the corner? Oh, that Corvette's got the run. There we go. Here we go. I don't know if he's gonna hold him inside. Hold him outside, sorry. Here we go. On the brakes, on the brakes, on the brakes. Keep it together, guys. Oh, Venom gets the inside. Oh! Now, what is this I see here? Hang on 1 second. Oh, that was, okay. That was these boys getting lapped. So now, 9th and 10th have been lapped by the leader. Ooh, that was close. So this is for 10th or for 9th spot here, Spider Team and Early Mac. right, let's go back up to Death Sight, or there we go. Look at that, man. Venom's like, that Corvette's on me. Oh, to the inside. Is he gonna hold it in there? He is. Venom is going to let him go, and there it is. Up to 6th place goes Winkle, all the way from back in 12th. It doesn't look like Venom's over yet. Look at him pulling on that Corvette. Ooh, ooh. Easy, boys. Oop, little misshift. Oh, that's going to hurt. That's going to open up that gap. You got to stay in that slipstream. He's still a 6/10. So he should be in the slipstream. Alright, get into this corner. Roll it right. You can gain a lot right here just by doing it right. Whew. Some of these are stressful. So let's see, is there anything going on? Let's look up front. No, not really. So right now we've got Spec 1 out front in the Mercedes-Benz. P2, we've got Turbo in the Porsche. Ooh, lightning around. P3, we got Magic Man. We got Cupcake running in 4th. He's got 25 seconds roughly either side of him to the next car, so not a lot to worry about for him, except keeping the car on the track. BDRT, Death Scythe, Black Dragon. So he is cruising around. He's doing okay, but that Winkle is closing the gap quickly. What's this guy here? He is really putting the screws to them. He's already knocked off like two seconds since the last lap. So let's see, 289. He is definitely going faster down the straight than Death Scythe is. So he's going to catch him eventually. There's our series promoter, RWB Venom. Good to have you there, sir. Up to 7th. 8th place, J-Rod from RWB. Not far behind him, in about 30 seconds, is Igorski, who has got early Mac all on his case. So we might want to take a look at that one here in a minute. Take a look. We got Spider Team, and we have Shax. So let's go back to that. Let's go back to that 10th place and watch this battle happen. Now, early Mac is definitely in the slipstream. Igorski was behind him earlier and got around him. So let's see what happens here. Oh, he's diving in. Oh, wow. Wow. What? Wow. Yeah, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. And Igorski's got 2nd place coming up to him. So he's getting shown a blue flag for sure. So 2 Porsches. And so now we're gonna easy. And that shows how it's done right there. All right, so early Mac up to 10th. And the man, the myth, the legend, Spec 1, running pretty fast. Now, Turbo has the fastest lap at a 1:47.3, and 1:47.8 is Spec's fastest lap, but there's not enough laps left for him unless he's doing like 2 seconds a lap faster. So, Spec 1 has got that beautiful AMG just rocketing around the track. So nice job, for sure, for sure. And Turbo and the other Porsche, Lion. And Magic Man coming through. Now Winkle had about a 2-second gap to Deathlight, and now it's 3. So it looks like Winkle may have put a foot in the wrong spot somewhere, but he's got time. There's still 23 minutes left in this race. Although, looking at his fuel situation, maybe my stuff is wrong, but Deathlight filled up his tank. Winkle is, I don't know how he's going to make that many laps on that fuel. With all that racing he was doing to get around those guys, I think he burned up quite a bit more fuel than he expected to. And he's going to need to start saving some fuel, or he's going to have to pit again. Or both. Venom's thinking, I got all the fuel in the world. I can do whatever I want. A full tank, practically. Well, just a reminder, folks, if you're just checking us out, remember you can visit our website at rwbracing.com. Please like and subscribe to our channel, whatever it is that you're watching this on, so that you can see all of the other stuff that we've got going on. This race is happening, the World GT is happening every Saturday at 8:30 Eastern for the 90 minutes. So come and check it out. You'll be able to see some of the top drivers out there racing in our leagues and have a good time. So remember, like and subscribe us so you can come and check us out. Let's see, Magic Man is about to put, forget that's Early Mac, I think, another RR driver. Being that they're teammates, I would assume Early Mac is going to give Magic Man plenty of room to get by. Not block him. There he goes. He moves over, makes the room. Probably waves at him as he goes by. And poor Cupcake is all alone. He doesn't have anybody to race with. He's sitting comfortably up there in 4th place. He hasn't lost any time or gained any time, anything significant to the leader or to the person behind him. So he's just cruising around. Lots of hot laps. So keep it up. Keep it up. Deathsight, on the other hand, he's got now a 5-second gap to Winkle, and my guess is because this guy Winkle, he's having to save some fuel. His fuel light's on. He's got 20 minutes of racing, so he is likely going to pit soon. That fuel strategy he had was not going to work out for him, so he'll probably lose. Let's see, he's 8/10. So that's going to bring J-Rod right up to his bumper when he goes to pit, or J-Rod's actually probably going to get past him, because J-Rod's only about 11 seconds back, and it's a 10-second pit. So we'll have to see how this goes. See if he's going to run one more lap, or if he's going to... Maybe he's thinking that other people are going to have to pit too, but Don't run out of gas on this big long track. Oh, he's going another lap. Okay. We'll keep an eye on that. Venom's probably thinking, well, I wish that guy would have to pit, or I wish he'd run out of gas. Well, he's going to get one of those two one of those two wishes granted here shortly. I'm not sure which one. 39 laps in for these guys, 40 for the leader. He should be finishing up 39 right there. Yep, across he comes. 10-second gap over Turbo. Turbo's closed the gap on him, and I don't know how. He's closed up almost 5 seconds. Either he is, he's doing solid 147s. Oh yeah, look at that. So Spec is basically doing 148. So Turbo's doing about a second a lap faster. So let's see, 18 minutes, divide that by about 1, you get about 10 laps left. 10 or 11 laps. I have to do math now, and I'm not good at math, folks. So that probably about 12 laps. So it's 12 or 13 depending on when they cross the line. So they definitely have the fuel. So if he can do a second on the lap faster, he's got enough time to catch him. And Turbo's just flying down this track. And he's only going to get faster as he loses fuel, but his tires are also wearing out. So we'll see if he can make it. So on a purple sector now. Let's get inside this car. Now he's got to make the fuel he has last, and it looks like he's gonna have enough to make it. I just noticed that where's Winkle? Winkle went another lap. Why is my thing being weird? Okay, sorry about that. If he thinks that he's gonna pit or make this, he's got another, or not pit and make this, he's got another thing coming, or he's completely forgotten. Because he's actually gaining on Death Scythe. So, maybe he didn't think he was running out of gas, but he's got that big flashy red light on his dashboard telling him he doesn't have any fuel. He certainly doesn't have enough for another lap, not from this point. Let's check in and see how down to 8.5 seconds to Turbo. So Turbo is not messing around. And if he keeps up this pace, where it's a second to a second and a half faster a lap, he's going to be able to catch Spec by the end of this race. All right, coming around the final corner. You better drive that car to the right. Go to the right. Very good. Okay. Need you to put some fuel in that car, don't you? No tires. But he is going to get a penalty for fueling outside of the pit window. But he was going to run out of gas anyway, so he's going to get enough fuel, and he'll have to deal with the penalty for pitting outside of the fuel window. So that's a bummer. That is a bummer. There's J-Rod. And J-Rod's going to play it smart. Ooh, and he's going to take the inside. And there we go. Oh, and Winkle goes off into the dirt. All right, so Winkle falls back to 8th. Now, his gap is 50 seconds to the next person, so that penalty isn't going to matter. He won't lose a spot to anybody else. But if he ends up battling with J-Rod, he's going to have you have to beat him by a full second. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's a 1 minute penalty. So he actually could lose 9th let's see, 9th and 10th. So he could drop back quite a ways with that penalty. Oh, that's a shame. That is a shame. Maybe that's why the other drivers went and filled up the whole way. They just said, we do not want to risk it. Don't want to risk it. All right, let's see here. So Turbo, all right, the gap went up about a second. So it looks like, oh yeah, he had a slower lap before. He lost almost 2 seconds. Or no, it was 2.5 seconds that he lost on the last lap. So he must have gotten a little sideways somewhere. And now he's got to crawl back. He doesn't have a lot of time to do it. There's your boy Cupcake out there rolling around. Still got comfortable gap everywhere, so 4th place is looking pretty solid for him unless he runs out of fuel, which doesn't look likely. Death Sight in 5th. Venom in 6th. Jared about 7 seconds back. Not sure what's going on with J-Rod. Seems to have lost a little time to Venom, so let's see if he can pick that up. He's got Winkle just behind him, and he's going to be carrying a 1-minute penalty with him, unfortunately, for that fuel stop that he made. But it's better than a, you know, ending race driving around the track at 50 miles an hour. So Gorski. He's a ways back, but he's got early Mac all over him. This might be the closest thing we have to a battle to watch right now. So it looks like Igorski is definitely pulling away there. Alright, we got 11 minutes remaining. Let's go ahead and run down the order again because there's not much for me to say in any case. But Spec 1 is looking to put 8th place down a lap. Wow, he is really showing people how to drive these cars. So he's going to be putting Winkle down here and then be going after J-Rod. So it's likely that only the top 5 cars are going to finish this race on the lead lap. And there goes one of them. So Winkle just moves out of the way, makes sure that the leader doesn't have anything to worry about. Now, Spec has lost about a second to Turbo. So Turbo's, you know, 8 seconds or so back. Now, J-Rod is thinking, my goodness, this guy... I guess this is what happens when you don't have any incidents or accidents, right? You just drive and everybody else loses time to you because they have problems, so. Now let's see, I want to look at the time differences between him and 7th place. So he's been running. Look at that. It's consistent 148s with a 149 mixed in just for good measure. And it's 2 full seconds, 2 almost 3 seconds in some points with J-Rod on the times. I mean, that's a lot of difference in a lap time. Sorry, folks. Oh, what happened there? Sorry, bumped my other keyboard. Amateurs. Oh, J-Rod comes around. Winkle is going to take that spot. Wow, J-Rod, that was the mess. Let's see what happened there. Did he hit something? Oh, he just got sideways on the front. Oh, and he hits the wall, and he's going to have damage. Oh, but it's just a little front end damage. He should be fine. He should be able to make his way through there. So Turbo now has gone around J-Rod. So now Spec has gotten above Winkle. So now only the top 6 cars are on the lead lap. Wow. Talk about half the field being down. But, I mean, when you're racing an alien, that's what you can expect. Anyway, folks, remember to like and subscribe on whatever platform you're watching. I really appreciate you watching and commenting. I know we don't get a lot of viewers, so we're really hoping to get things going with our World GT Championship. So, share the channel out with your friends, share the page out with your friends, and let them know. And above all, if you want to come race with some of us, please come check us out, rwbracing.com. There's links to our Facebook pages and groups so that you can come join in and have a good time with us. So, back to the action. Magic Man coming across to finish lap 46. Well, he's on 46, sorry, I'm finishing 45. We got about 7 minutes left, so that's about 5-ish, 4 or 5 laps. So we'll see how it goes. And so let's go ahead and run through that field one more time. So up front, Spec 1. Now his gap is dropped by about 2 seconds to Turbo, but I don't think there's enough time for Turbo to catch him by the time he gets there. So he's about 7.5 seconds to 8 seconds behind the leader. Magic Man is about 40 seconds further back than that after having an incident. So, but he's got a pretty solid podium spot, so that's pretty great. Those points will be great. Cupcake in the Lexus in P4. Barring any major problems with his car, he's got that one locked up. Death Side coming out of the pits is Spider Team in the 650S, so we're just going to make sure he plays that nice and safe. So Death Side there in 5th. He's got a pretty comfortable spot for pulling that one down too, unless he makes a mistake. This guy right here, Venom, is going to be stuck in the 6th position. So there's some pretty big gaps to most of the leaders. Winkle now 9 seconds behind Venom, 9 seconds above J-Rod, but he's got a 1-minute penalty against him for fueling. So that's going to put him a ways back. J-Rod running in 8th. He's got about a 30-second gap to this man, Agorski. And right behind Agorski, we've got Early Mac. So with the penalty that Winkle is carrying, it'll probably drop him past Early Mac into 11th spot, unless Early Mac adds another 10 seconds to that. So we'll have to see how that one plays out. We got Spider Team in 11th. That was just went around and just missed. Shaxx right there. Shaxx is having a tough time through that chicane and that corner. He's gone off the track a few times through there, so let's hope he's able to gather that car up as we go through the series. He's not slow. He's just having some issues with his car, so we'll see. Keep that going. All right, 4.5 minutes roughly left to go, folks. Turbo, hang in there. Any thought he? Oh, look at that Turbo! His light is flashing. He might have enough to make it through. We shall see how it goes. That's for sure. Take a look. I love J-Rod's car. Really, I do. So let's see here. One minute left, and our leader is going to cross the line before the lap's over. So there's going to be one more lap to go. Does Turbo have the fuel to make one more lap, or is he going to have to stop? And if he does, Magic Man doesn't, and that could spell doom. We'll see how that goes. Oh my goodness. Does he stay out? He does. Okay, he thinks he's got the fuel to make one more lap. So our leader is going to solidify all of that. Oops. Sorry, folks. All right. That, folks, is going to be your winner unless he dies or something, or something catastrophic happens. That should be our winner. Turbo has just got to make this car get it all the way to the end. He's going to be fuel saving. He's got a 14-second gap, so he should be okay. And Winkle back there, now getting a little bit slidey. And it looks like Cupcake didn't quite make it across, so he's going to be given P4. So congratulations to you, sir. And coming around is going to be our winner, Mr. Spec 1. Congratulations, what a victory that is, as he comes across the line for the win. Good job, sir. Good job. Turbo's coming around for his final turn, and that will give him a solid second place. Way to go. Congratulations there, Turbo. And coming around for the final podium spot is going to be Magic Man. Magic Man, way to go. All right. Well, that will conclude that race there. Well, what a race that was. Oh, no, 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 no. We can't put this away. We got to make sure we see the victory flag there, mister. Congratulations there. RR Spec 1. Woohoo! Good job. Good job. All right. Well, folks, what a race that was, huh? Now, I don't know how the official standings are going to work out because the of Winkle's situation. So we'll have to see. So maybe I'll check and see with the race promoter. Let me ask him a question. So hang on a second. So I'm going to show you what I think are the unofficial results of the race. So unofficially, I believe that this would be our race. This is assuming that I'm correct with Winkle receiving a penalty, but I have to look at the race results really quick. I just got to look at the gaps to see. Um, uh, yeah, I believe that that is going to be accurate, but we don't know until after all is said and done. So we'll have to see. In fact, I think that's actually wrong. So let me just take that out of there because I do believe that there was a change there. So the official results will come later. But I want to thank everybody for checking us out. And remember, like and subscribe. Tell your friends, your family, your neighbors, your dog's friend, and anybody else you can think of to come check us out. Um, we do have our next race coming up next week for the excuse me, for the series, and it's going to be the Group 4 cars. And I'm just going to double check to make sure I have the right information in front of me and not lead you astray as to what track that will be on. Of course, you can see all that information on rwbracing.com. But next week is going to be Group 4 cars at Willow Springs. So that ought to be an interesting race. So once again, thanks everybody, and hope all of you guys and gals have a great one.